And parents are outraged. The Madison County School Board denies them a public hearing to an incident that they say put their child in danger. We were at the meeting and reveal how the drama unfolded.
Just hours away from the election. Hi, I'm Lynn Lampkin. Up next, find out how the mayoral frontrunner spent the day preparing.
Fox 40 News at 9 starts right now.
Two Madison County parents are taking matters into their own hands tonight after they say their 7-year-old was held at knife point on a school bus. Good evening, I'm Kathy Times.
And I'm Travis Raycheck. Alicia and Chris DeVille say they were supposed to speak in front of the public and the Madison County School Board tonight, pleading for bus monitors. But school officials didn't allow the public to be present. Fox 40 News at 9 reporter Haley Westbrook just got back from the meeting where the parents walked out, refusing to speak. Haley, what's going on here?
Well, Travis, it's been an ongoing battle. The parents say too much has gone on behind closed doors. The school board and superintendent aren't saying much. Now the parents are seeking legal counsel, hoping to get answers.
They're trying to avoid.
Now, the school board and superintendent are now referring all other questions to the school board attorney. The parents say they won't speak in front of the board until an attorney is present as well. Now, viewers have flooded our website with comments about this story. Fox 40 News at 9 reporter Dustin Barnes joins us live in the newsroom with website reaction. Dustin?
And Haley, our website was flooded with comments about this particular story. Many of the folks leaving notes, you can tell they were parents, grandparents, and they were from all over the country. We want to share some of those notes that they left us. Worried parent said, quote, "The thought of this child going all day with a knife in her book bag is scary enough. Do teachers there no longer look in the book bags each day?" That person later recommended that the students wear clear backpacks. Smash said they'd be climbing the rooftops. This is beyond appalling and unacceptable. Get it done and get it done right now. That's how so many have been killed in schools before. And the last comment comes from a person named Issue 3. That person said a lawsuit is not the answer. If you sue the school, you get less education. You send all the kids considered bad to alternative school. What happens when they grow up in the real world? Children need direction, and public schools cannot tell families how to live. So as you can see on our website, emotions are really running high. We aired this story last Tuesday, and we're still getting comments today. Travis?
Thanks a lot, Dustin. You can give us your reaction to the incident. Do so. Log on to our website, fox40now.com. Click on this story.
And in the first 10 minutes at 9, Jackson police find a body inside an SUV in the Presidential Hill subdivision. Police discovered the body late this afternoon. They say it has similar features to that of a Madison County man who was reported missing on Saturday. At this time, police are still investigating his cause of death and how long the body had been in the SUV.
Cleanup is underway in many counties in Mississippi after severe weather pounded our entire state over the weekend.
That's right. The storm that moved across Mississippi caused widespread damage and killed one woman. According to the Jones County Medical Examiner, the Laurel woman was struck by a tree in her front yard and killed. As you can see in this video, there was quite a bit of damage done to her property. The Mississippi Emergency Management Agency says another Jones County resident was also injured.
Storm Track 40 weather team has been in the Weather Center all day, tracking our next chances for storms.
That's right. Storm Track 40 Chief Meteorologist Mike McGowan has our up-to-the-minute forecast. Mike?
Hi, guys. Changes. We'll talk about them coming up.
Thanks, Mike. It's getting down to the final hours of the Jackson mayoral election. Surveys conducted by the Clarion Ledger and Zeta 3 show Marshawn Chrysler, former Mayor Harvey Johnson Jr., and incumbent Frank Melton as the front runners. Fox 40 News at 9 reporter Lynn Lampkin spent the day seeing how these candidates are preparing for the final hours before Election Day.
Phone call Lampkin. Fox 40 News at 9.
And by the way, each of the candidates we spoke with had to pull away briefly from their campaign duties. Chrysler, who is an adjunct professor at Jackson State, had to give a final exam. Harvey Johnson Jr. had lunch with Provine High School seniors. And Mayor Melton, unfortunately, lost his dog of 15 years to cancer and had to bury her today. Well, it's getting closer to the trial date for Mayor Frank Melton and Michael Riccio. Today, attorneys went through the juror questionnaire and threw out some of the potential jurors. You can log on to our website, fox40now.com, and read the 12-page questionnaire. And at the center of the trial is the Ridgeway Street duplex. It's been almost 3 years since the incident. But what's going to happen to that home? Will it be torn down or boarded up soon? Coming up at 9:30, we find out why its future is in limbo.
A former Jackson crematory operator pleads guilty to embezzlement charges in Rankin County. Just last week, Mark Seat pleaded guilty to conversion in Hinds County and was sentenced to 10 years in prison. Today, he pleaded guilty to similar charges in Rankin County. He was sentenced to 10 years, which will run concurrently with his Hinds County sentence. Seat is accused of embezzling pre-need funeral payments from clients. He's also ordered to pay restitution to the victims in Rankin County once he's released from prison. He must make payments of $100 a month, totaling nearly $3,000. And the president of the Boys and Girls Club is still counting the cash that was raised from this weekend's fundraiser. Billy Reed tells Fox 40 News it looks promising that they may reach their goal of $500,000. As of last week, they had only raised $425,000, and if the $75,000 was not raised, at least 3 Boys and Girls Clubs in the Jackson Metro would have to close. Reed says they have received lots of support, and they should know if the goal was reached by Wednesday.
Tonight, there are still no cases of the N1H1 virus here in Mississippi, but dozens of people are in the hospital battling the deadly virus. Leaders at the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention continue to monitor how and where the H1N1 virus is spreading. The CDC has already shipped medications to each state so local health departments can test for and diagnose the virus.
That we are doing all of the steps that are necessary should we decide to produce a vaccine. The decision doesn't need to be made now whether to manufacture a vaccine, and clearly doesn't need to be made now about should people be vaccinated for next season.
We just checked with the Centers for Disease Control, and here's the latest breakdown of the N1H1 virus. There are 1,085 cases worldwide. 226 of those are cases right here in the United States. And currently, 30 states have confirmed cases of this virus. So far, there has only been 1 death in the United States.
President Obama wants to close U.S. tax loopholes for people who do business overseas. The president wants to prevent U.S. companies from recording profits elsewhere as opposed to here at home. He's also hoping for more transparency for foreign bank accounts held by Americans. President Obama says this simply means everyone will start contributing their fair share.
One of the strengths of our economy is the global reach of our businesses. And I want to see our companies remain the most competitive in the world. But the way to make sure that happens is not to reward our companies for moving jobs off our shores or transferring profits to overseas tax havens.
President Obama says his plan will bring in $210 billion for the U.S. over the next 10 years.
2 players with the New Orleans Saints are out of jail tonight. Wide receiver Byron Ely and tight end Kolomomo Kapanui were arrested yesterday for obscenity, disturbing the peace, as well as lewd conduct. Deputies say 2 women were riding in a vehicle when they saw the men urinating in the parking lot of an apartment complex. One of the women told Ely to stop. Deputies say he turned around while exposing himself and began making vulgar comments. Moments later, deputies say Kapanui exposed himself to the driver of the vehicle and also made vulgar comments. Both players were released on bond.
It's MySpace versus Workspace. Coming up on Fox 40 News at 9, the Control One company shows its employees for something done in their private time.
Absentee ballots looking bare. I'm Jessica Larshane Jackson, and coming up, I break down what that means for voter turnout at the polls.
And the feds are investigating John Edwards, who they say he gave money to, and why it could land him in jail.